I just want to see her face again. A short story. By me. I walked through an old town. This one had not been spared by the horrors of this time. The windows have all been shattered. Their once reflective, shiny surfaces, distorted and warped by spider webs of cracks that made it impossible to see herself. The walls were peeling and sad. It was wet and cold in a way that did not involve temperature. It smelled like loneliness and musty old basement. I open every door I can find. I check living rooms, bathrooms, bedrooms, and any place that isn't locked behind an iron door. But alas, I find no reflective surface. Not in the corners, not in the crawl space, not in the mugs, not in the vases. Nothing shimmered. I find no mirrors, only grains of glass at the base of a frame. They've destroyed all the mirrors here too. I can only find her where they are not. I just want to see her face again. I'm a lone traveler, but I don't mind walking next to someone from time to time. It's nice to have someone, so it's relieving to see an old face. Hey, Aaron, still trying to fix all this? I say, strutting up to him. You know me. I want to help as many people as possible, he said, turning to me. Why do you try to fix something you didn't break? I questioned. I already knew what he was going to say. He turned to look me directly in the eyes. Because there are people who have been hurt, and they need help. He paused. Plus, this is a world that needs at least one good person. He looked so determined and kind. I hated that. I wish he was more of a pessimist. But then again, if he was as selfish as me, I would have been dead. What about you? I'm guessing no luck finding her? I haven't had much luck looking. He hesitated. Not to be mean, but you never gave me much of a description. I smiled at him. My face felt good. I already told you, you wouldn't be able to find her. But you know I love to describe her, so I'll jog your memory. Aaron gave me an expression that told me everything I needed to know about what he thought. But I didn't care, so I started. Her hair was soft as doves, with her grace and beauty rivaling the pure white birds. Her skin was so nice, with a smell that made everything all better. Her dashing appearance was beyond my wildest dreams. Like a breathtaking mountain that makes you want to look at it for hours until you know every flake of snow on the peak and every dewdrop that paints the grass and the ground. Her eyes were the most beautiful shade of sakura-pink. They shimmered like icicles in the sunlight, making patterns of rainbow light that brought color wherever it hit. They were as captivating as sugar, but gave a sweeter look than anything this mortal world can comprehend. Her voice sounded like the most beautiful music, like every great musician came together for the explicit purpose of making her vocal cords. Yet it had this sweet ring to it, like how someone would say cookie after eating one. I still had more to say, but got lost in my memories. You always get that look on your face, the same one I had when I talk about my love when she was alive. Aaron looked sad, in a way that said he had already gone through lots of grief. I remember what that was like. We walked down silently. It was night again. What a shame. The day was so warm. We set up a camp on a hill that was once part of a playground, but it was destroyed long ago. I loved this place. This is where I met her. I was captivated by her. Like her whole body was designed to draw me in. She was the daughter of someone important, but I didn't care a bit. I drifted off to sleep thinking of her face, her beautiful face. I dream of a day I remember well. There was a school trip to some stupid camp. I thought it was stupid, but she took my hands and dragged me across the grounds. She made it fun. She took into account me as a person, choosing activities she knew I would like. That's the thing with her. She always was the most thoughtful person I've ever met. She always thought about gifts, listened to what others had said, and watched what they did. If you mentioned casually your favorite flowers were pink hydrangeas, 6 months later on your birthday, there would be a bouquet on the present table. I was always jealous of her. She had it all: empathetic, intelligence, and beauty. She was even good at art, spending her free time in between at school, a job, friends, and charity volunteering, painting and teaching herself. She was everything I was not. And yet, she treated me as an equal, not just another charity case. Someone to reach out to, someone who needed my help, not someone who should be tossed away for being strange. A tear rolled down my cheek. I just wanted to see her face again. I found myself staring at the stars. Deep into the night was my favorite time. It felt like a place I could rule over, like no one else existed, and I could let the magnificence of the sky, ever endless, envelop me, allow it to consume me. I didn't believe in gods. After all, I didn't need to believe in something so far-fetched to cope with the world or death, or understand the universe or have a purpose. One day, the atoms in our body will spread across this expanse of space, and we will be everywhere, like a god in our own way. Are you thinking of her again? A voice from behind me spoke quietly as to not disturb the peace of the night. What are you thinking about? Aaron said. I was thinking of how one day we will all be nothing but dust, never having any effect on the universe. The only contribution we will ever make is gifting our atoms to space. The only thing that matters is what you want to do for yourself. Chasing change and impact is futile, I reply. Aaron crouches down, feeling the grass for a second before settling in a sitting position. That's a rather sad way to look at life, thinking that nothing matters. Even if our actions have no effect on the vast expanse of existence, they don't have to. Every small action matters because any actual effect on the world is out of reach. Just because I can't feed the world doesn't mean I shouldn't buy a bag of chips for a friend. That way, I'll help at least one person. He made a good point, but it didn't change the way I thought. He knows that. We seem to have this mutual understanding of each other's conflicting ideology. Understanding each other, not agreeing with each other, but not letting it affect our relationship. How's your civilization going? I was curious to see if you failed or not. It's not the best, but we found more people in an old farmhouse. One of them knows how to make clothes and fabric, so life has improved quite a bit. He seemed to remember something. Recently, we went out in the direction of a city, and one of our members strayed too far. They saw the group smashing glass. My head perked up. If I found them, I could move ahead of them and find my love. Oh, my love, my Valerie. Despite how early in the morning it was, I wasn't a wink tired. I packed my things and formed a plan in my mind. A feeling stirred in my chest. Joy, anticipation, mania. Wait, you're going right now? Aaron sounded surprised. Do you have a plan? We must catch up so we can't waste time. And yes, I do have a plan. I just need your help. His assistance was crucial to what I wanted to do. I was so close to gazing upon her wondrous form once more, letting the light of my hands run through her hair, made of silks of heaven, letting my eyes be dazzled by the warmth of her smile, like sunlight that you couldn't look away from, a blinding ray of addictive gold. I finished packing and snatched up Aaron's stuff, along with my own, and began moving through the night towards the city. My path was clear, as if the moonlight itself was laying out stones before me. Aaron started moving behind me, following in a confused daze. This is far out of character. I never took you as the type to rush. Can you give me a rundown? Also, can you give me my stuff? I tossed his bag back, but didn't reply. How could I? My heart was pounding. I needed to see Valerie's place. I needed her. I got that feeling. The same one you get when you see something so cute, you get aggressive and violent thoughts. I couldn't help myself from chuckling. I shielded my face from my comrade. It must look like I'd be overcome with insanity. But that's just how I look when I get excited. The sun's morning light began to creep out from under the horizon, making the sky pink and clouds purple. I don't stop to gaze at it. Whatever sights the world has to offer doesn't hold a candle to her. My comrade looked exhausted, but I had no such feelings. I finally stopped. I dropped my bag and scaled the tall tree. I used my vantage point to spot the enemy. We had taken a direct, fast route, pushing past bushes of little green and moving through the forest all night. I just needed to get past them. There was no way they had gotten to the city yet. There were too many people there until recently. I knew what to do. Aaron was panting and resting beside his bag. I reached into mine, producing a match that I promptly lit. The fire was dazzling, and it was about to be even more magnificent. I tossed the stick of fire onto a nearby tree. Then I turned to my comrade. He looked shocked for a moment before letting out a screech. Okay, this will get their attention. They will need to send some people over, and When they do, we'll circle around. I'll go ahead and you distract them. Then you get them to get the rest of their group to come over. Tell them that you're going to cook something, but drop the match. If you need to, talk about your civilization, and then when they're all there, pull this pin on this smoke bomb and run away. I told him the plan before he could freak out. He looked like he wanted to say something, but was torn between doing what he was told and screaming at me. He recollected his thoughts. Wait, what if they attack me? I'm not a fighter, he asked. Don't worry, they won't, I responded. Trust me. He paused for a moment, exhaling before agreeing to the plan with a nod. Well, the fire's already burning, so I guess I can't argue. I handed him the bomb and he walked away muttering, "Crazy lady." It's nice he trusted me so much. I snuck around the side, keeping a close eye on the camp. I watched little shapes break off, moving to the fire. Then one runs back to the group and rebounds to the fire with the rest. I was at quite the good vantage point. I could see the fire well. I turned to watch for a moment, waiting. Then a dazzling light burst at the sky, like the blooming of dried flowers when put underwater, but bathed in glowing golden blood and fire. It was the power of a drop of the sun, an explosion. I was only a little worried that the bomb wouldn't go off, but it would have been fine either way. The only issue is that the group wouldn't be dead. It is a shame I had to sacrifice such a good man, but what else could he have been useful for? I ran forward, skipping slightly. I was so close. I yearned to see her again. I knew she was waiting for me. I wanted so badly to see her, I couldn't stop for anything. The sun rose and fell, but I didn't stop. My legs were carried by the thought of her. I knew she would tell me to stop and rest, but I couldn't stop. What if I rested and it was too late? What if? It didn't matter. It didn't matter when buildings peeked over the horizon and they drew closer. It didn't matter when I approached the first building and hobbled inside. I could have looked through the reflection in the window. No, I needed to see her full beauty. I stumbled through a bedroom door, then I saw it. I found it. I finally found a mirror that wasn't shattered and broken. I walked up to it and gazed at myself for the first time in forever. I always loved her face. That's why I was wearing it after all. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered. And those questions will be answered in a prequel, if you ask for one, by liking and subscribing